Welcome viewers, you're now watching Hornbill TV. For millions of students across the country, NEET is more than just an examination. It is a gateway to a dream. But in recent years, that dream has been overshadowed by allegations of paper leaks, court battles and questions over the credibility of India's testing system. As the National Testing Agency promises its most secure examination ever, we take a look at the controversies that shook NEET and the extraordinary measures now being put in place to restore public trust. Here is a brief history of India's medical entrance exam controversies. As the National Testing Agency (NTA) prepares to conduct the latest edition of the National Testing Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, the NEET UG, under unprecedented security arrangements, Director General Abhishek Singh has sought to reassure millions of students and parents that every possible measure has been taken to prevent malpractices. His remarks come against the backdrop of a series of controversies that have repeatedly raised questions over the credibility of India's most important medical entrance examination. The question of how many times NEET papers have actually leaked is more complex than it appears. Not every allegation has been officially proven to be a nationwide breach. However, over the years, three major incidents have significantly eroded public confidence in the country's medical entrance examination system. The first major episode dates back to 2015, before NEET became the single gateway to medical admissions. At that time, admissions were conducted through the All India Pre-Medical Test, or also known as AIPMT. On May 3, 2015, authorities uncovered and organized cheating racket in which answers to the examination were allegedly transmitted to candidates through hidden electronic devices and communication gadgets. The matter quickly reached the Supreme Court of India, which concluded that the sanctity of the examination had been compromised. In an unprecedented decision, the court cancelled the entire examination and ordered a fresh test. Now, more than 6 lakh students were forced to reappear for the examination on July 25, 2015. To date, this remains the nationwide medical entrance examination in India, the only exam that was completely scrapped and reconducted because of confirmed malpractice. Now, nearly a decade later, came what many described as the biggest crisis in NEET's history. NEET UG 2024, conducted on May 5, witnessed nearly 24 lakh aspirants competing for a limited number of medical seats. The controversy erupted after results were declared earlier than expected, revealing several unusual trends. A record of 67 students who secured a perfect score of 720 out of 720, while some candidates received scores of 718 and 719, raising doubts because such marks appeared mathematically inconsistent with the prescribed marking scheme. The NTA later clarified that 1,563 candidates had been awarded compensatory or grace marks after losing examination time at certain centers. However, suspicions deepened when allegations of a paper leak surfaced. Investigations traced the alleged leak to Hazaribagh in Jharkhand, and the Central Bureau of Investigation took over the probe. Arrests were made across multiple states, and evidence suggested that some candidates may have gained access to question papers shortly before the examination. The controversy triggered nationwide protests by students and parents, prompted opposition parties to demand accountability, and led to dozens of petitions before the Supreme Court seeking cancellation of the examination and a nationwide retest. After examining the evidence, the Supreme Court acknowledged that there had indeed been instances of malpractices and noted that at least 155 candidates appeared to have benefited from the leak. However, the court stopped short of ordering a complete re-examination, ruling that there was insufficient evidence to establish a systematic nationwide breach affecting all 24 lakh candidates. Now, as a result, NEET UG 2024 was allowed to stand, although the episode dealt a severe blow to public trust in National Testing Agency. The latest controversy has once again thrust NEET into the national spotlight. After decades, following fresh allegations linked to NEET UG 2026, concerns resurfaced over the vulnerability of the examination process. Reports suggested that a so-called gas paper circulating in Rajasthan's Sikar district closely matched a substantial portion of the actual examination paper. Rajasthan Special Operation Group, they launched an investigation into this matter, intensifying public anxiety among students and also parents already scarred by the events of 2024. In response, the NTA announced that the examination would be cancelled and conducted again within an exceptionally short period of 37 days. It is against this backdrop that NTA Director General Abhishek Singh has emphasized the extraordinary steps being taken to secure the examination process now. According to Singh, additional layers of security have been introduced at every stage, beginning with the setting and the translation of question papers and also extending through printing, the transportation, storage and distribution. He stated that the NTA has coordinated with the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Ministry of Defence, state governments, police forces, paramilitary agencies, and also chief secretaries and local administrations to ensure that this time no aspect of the examination is compromised. Now, one of the most striking measures has been the involvement of the Indian Air Force and the Ministry of Defence in transporting examination materials. Singh explained that while preparations for an examination of this scale typically require 5 to 6 months, the compressed timeline of just 37 days necessitated extraordinary logistical support. The use of Air Force resources reportedly reduced the transportation period from approximately, which usually takes 15 to 20 days, to just 3 or 4 days, which will now be minimizing the window during which sensitive materials could be exposed to risk. The NTA chief also issued a stern warning to those attempting to spread leaked materials or misinformation through digital platforms such as Telegram. He said that while strict action might appear excessive to some, authorities would not hesitate to use the full force of the law when the future of nearly 22 lakh students are at stake. According to Singh, the government is not merely issuing warnings but is prepared to act decisively wherever or whenever malpractice is detected. These recurring controversies have sparked a larger national debate about the need for stronger anti-paper leak legislation, greater use of technological safeguards as it has been implied this time, deeper reforms within the National Testing Agency and increased accountability in the conduct of high-stakes examination. For millions of aspiring doctors, NEET is not just another competitive test, but it is the gateway to nearly 2 lakh undergraduate medical seats and often represents years of preparation, their sacrifices and hope. The upcoming re-examination, therefore, is about far more than conducting a test on schedule. It has become a crucial test of the credibility of India's examination system itself. The government's challenge now is not only to prevent another breach, but also to restore the confidence of students and also the parents who believe that merit, fairness and transparency must remain at the heart of the country's most consequential examination.
See, the commitment of the government is to conduct a safe, secure examination. As far as use of IF and all is there, it's because of the functional requirement, because this time after the exam was cancelled, we are conducting this examination in 37 days. On 15th of May, it was announced that the examination will be conducted on 21st June. Normally, preparation for this exam requires 5 to 6 months. So when you have to compress everything, the time taken to set the question papers without any malpractice, the time taken to proofread them, the time taken to translate them in 13 Indian languages, the time taken to print them, 22 lakh question papers, multiple sets, and then the time taken to transport it. So we have tried to compress every step in this whole process for us to be able to conduct this examination in 37 days. So transportation normally would take 15 to 20 days. So in order to compress that time, Ministry of Defence and Indian Air Force where they offered their services, so that has helped us in compressing that 15 to 20 days of movement to around 3 to 4 days. So that has helped in ensuring that the examination is conducted as early as possible, because if the results are delayed, the medical semester will be delayed. It will have a trickle-down effect on the entire academic cycle. So what happened on 3rd of May was unfortunate, but what the government has done is brought all machinery together. Every institution of government is helping NTA in the interest of 22 lakh students to be able to ensure we are able to do the exam in a timely manner. As far as the action on Telegram is concerned, it may appear to be a sledgehammer, but when it is the interest of the students, when the interest of lives of the students, when it is the interest of career of our 22 lakh young minds, every step will be taken. The strong arm of the law will come down when it is required. We are not there to just issue warnings and threats, but to also act when it is needed in the interest of our young students.
So the message that you want to give to the students, and can you list some of the steps that are being taken to ensure transparent and foolproof security?
See, NTA is committed 100% to ensure that no malpractice will happen. Every question paper which has been made, every question which is made has been made in a complete secure manner. We have added layers of security to what is normally done. We have taken every single precaution to ensure that nobody who is involved in setting of the question papers or translating them or printing them or moving them or storing them till the date of the examination is compromised in any manner. That responsibility NTA has taken. We have taken help from multiple agencies, all the Ministry of Home, the paramilitary, Department of Post, Ministry of Defence, Ministry of External Affairs, and the state governments, state police, state administration, chief secretaries. Everybody is helping NTA, and this is the commitment that India has to our young minds, and we will ensure that the examination is conducted in a flawless manner at all the 5,440 centres within India and 14 centres outside India.
Students expressed mixed reaction to the rescheduling of NEET, with many welcoming the move as necessary to ensure fairness, while some said the extra time helped them prepare better. In other cases, others admitted that the uncertainty added to their stress and anxiety. Have a look.
21 जून को है, क्या कहना चाहिए? कितनी मेहनत करना पड़ती है आप लोग को?
बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ता है और रातें उड़ी हुई है।
और फिर
डर
पेपर
बहुत
ऐसे में
लग
लीक हो
रहा
जाए
है।
तो फिर से पूरी मेहनत करना पड़ेगी। अच्छा, गवर्नमेंट ने इसके लिए टेलीग्राम को बैन कर दिया है। जब तक एग्जाम नहीं होती टेलीग्राम बंद रहेगा। इसको लेकर क्या कहना चाहिए?
सही किया है, क्योंकि पेपर लीक तो हो रहा है और अभी इतना ज़्यादा इंटरनेट वगैरह पे फैल रहा है सब कुछ, तो अच्छा किया।
और भी ऐसे माध्यम हो सकते हैं जो जिससे पेपर लीक होने की गुंजाइश हो?
हाँ, जैसे व्हाट्सएप हो गया, ट्विटर हो गया,
तो इनको भी एक लिमिटेड टाइम के लिए बैन करना चाहिए।
हाँ, करना चाहिए।
आपका नाम बताइए।
मोनिका।
क्या कहेंगे, सरकार ने टेलीग्राम बंद कर दिया है, क्या सही रहेगा?
अब सही तो किया है, वो डिपेंड करता है कि जो हालत कंडीशंस के ऊपर।
हाँ, अच्छा, क्या मानते हैं सही है?
वैसे मेन रूट कॉज के ऊपर ध्यान देना चाहिए, जो करते हैं फैलाते हैं, जो चीजें ऐसे लीक वगैरह करते हैं उनको पकड़ना चाहिए सबसे पहले तो।
के अलावा भी जो बाकी अलग अलग सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म है उन पे भी नज़र रखनी चाहिए और कड़ी से कड़ी मतलब उनके इन्फॉर्मेशन लेनी चाहिए कि उधर तो नहीं पेपर क्या सप्लाई हो रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, उसके बारे में भी एनटीए को नॉलेज होनी चाहिए। क्योंकि एक टेलीग्राम वो एक सोर्स है, टेलीग्राम बैन करके कोई इतना अच्छा रिस्पांस नहीं मिल पाएगा उन लोगों को। और टेलीग्राम भी वैसे 21 तारीख तक ही बैन हुआ है जैसे कि, और टेलीग्राम बैन करके भी इन लोगों ने इतना अच्छा डिसीजन नहीं लिया, क्योंकि कुछ बच्चे जैसे फ्री रिसोर्सेज आते हैं अपने स्टडी वगैरह के, वो भी टेलीग्राम वगैरह से ही लेते हैं। जैसे अपना जैसे जो पीडब्ल्यू वगैरह के, फॉर एग्जांपल पीडब्ल्यू वगैरह के जो कुछ सोर्सेज वगैरह होते हैं उनका भी टेलीग्राम से लेते हैं। तो मुझे तो नहीं लगा कि टेलीग्राम बैन करके हमने सही करा। बाकी अलग इनको सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे भी नजर रखनी चाहिए।
For millions of aspiring doctors, NEET represents years of sacrifice, their discipline and hope. As authorities promise unprecedented safeguards to prevent another controversy, the upcoming examination has become more than just a test of knowledge. Now it is a test of trust. Whether these measures succeed in restoring faith in India's examination system is a question that only time and the conduct of the exam itself will answer. The NTA will conduct a reschedule NEET UG 2026 examination on June 21st under unprecedented security arrangements, with over 22 lakh aspirants set to appear for the crucial medical entrance test.